All right, we're going to get started. Welcome, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to Success Zone, Friday morning edition. And as we always do, we'll start off with really the theme for today. And I've asked Mr. Eric Worre to join us. So let's get started.
Marketing Pro, my name is Eric Worre, and today I'd like to talk about one of the things that separates average business people, average entrepreneurs, average people in network marketing from superstars. And a lot of people think that the superstars, they're silver-tongued professionals. They know how to say everything perfect. They have an answer for everything. They can deliver the facts. They can do it with passion. They can inspire people with their incredible knowledge and wisdom and ideas and strategy. That's what most people think, and they're wrong. Here's the thing that differentiates the superstar from average: their ability to ask questions. Questions are the key. See, rather than me tell you, here's all the reasons why what I have is great, what's much better for me to do is to ask you some questions. Have you ever thought about becoming an entrepreneur? Have you tried anything else in the past? What happened when you tried that? How do you feel currently about the way that you're making a living? Have you ever thought about something more? You see what I'm saying? Because if you can ask the questions, you can collaborate and you can build rapport and you can build trust. And then when the time comes, then you can lead them to an opportunity that might be a fit for them, but only after you ask some questions. So asking them a question about the potential of them being a candidate for your product or service. Asking them a question about their thinking about entrepreneurship in general. Asking a question about if they had some extra cash flow, what would they do with that extra cash flow? Asking them questions about their hopes, their dreams, their time, their focus, their purpose, their mission on earth. Asking them questions about whatever you think will help them start to open up their imagination and then take a look. See, questions are the key. What amateurs do every single day is they say, let me tell you all the facts, let me give you all the ingredients, let me show you how the comp plan works, let me tell you everything I know about the company. And what the professionals do, the superstars, they don't do that. They ask questions. And then they lead those people to the answers. But the questions are the key. The questions are the differentiator. So become better at asking questions. Become better at being curious about somebody else's situation. Be more interested in their experience, in their life, in their journey, in their thought process, more than trying to be interesting in having all the answers. See, if you ask questions, you don't have to be an expert. That's what makes this work so well. When you ask questions, you can find out what's in somebody else's mind. When you ask questions, you can collaborate and act almost like a consultant. And what would a consultant do? They ask questions to be able to find the need and then see if they can guide the person to a solution to that need. And after you're done doing all that stuff, then you can bring the biggest question, the best question I know in network marketing. If I could show you how to solve that problem, would you want to take a look? If I could get you a product that would help you with that challenge in your life, would you be willing to give it a try? If I could show you how to become an entrepreneur and do it in the flexibility of your life with a very low investment, would you be willing to take a look? If I would you. That reciprocal question that we talk about on Network Marketing Pro so often. So people don't care about the facts. Pay more attention to asking questions and guiding people as a consultant, as a friend, as a colleague, as somebody who can lead them potentially to a solution. That's what differentiates superstars from average. If you want to walk away from average, ask more questions. That's our show for today. Ladies and gentlemen, my wish for all of you is that you decide to become a network marketing professional, that you decide to go pro, because it is a stone cold fact that we do have a better way. Now let's go tell the world. Everybody have an amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey, my name is Eric Ward.
All right. Just a couple of things there before we go into the training, which is going to really, just parlay off this. And one of the things that he says is when you're asking these questions, right, you're building your ammunition. And the one phrase that I pulled from that was, when the time comes. When the time comes, now you have the ammunition. But have you kept the rapport when the time comes? See, most people think the time is only when you talk to that particular person that day because of our urgency. And I get it. And we want everybody to have urgency. We want everybody to be assumptive, that we have something for everybody. But being smart enough to know that maybe the time isn't quite right yet, right? And that's very important. And you got to put that person on what I call then the back burner. They're not ready. The meal's not done yet, right? And now they're simmering. You planted the seeds. But then when the time is right, because you've kept the rapport, you kept the relationship. See, so many times the relationship is one-sided in our industry. It's when you decide to call, and because you have an agenda, you expect that other person on the other line to jump through your hoop, right? That's not how you do this. You got to keep the rapport. You got to keep the relationships. You got to keep touching to see if the timing is right. And when you do it that way, you never don't have enough people in the funnel. But so many times we'll make a list and we haven't talked to somebody in a year, and we then want to vomit all over them about your excitement about this new business. How about just saying hi first, right? Finding out a little bit about the person, and we're gonna talk about that. And then the other question he had was, are they a candidate? Are they a candidate? Now, here's my assumption. I believe everybody wants the results from most of the products and from the opportunity. I really believe that. Okay, there's no doubt about it. How many times have I shown you the globe and I've asked you, doesn't everybody want something on the slide? But that's not the question. The question is, are they open at that time to want to then look at your information? Are they open? Well, that goes back to asking the right questions and leading the conversation. And then obviously your close is, if I would you. If I would send you, because now I've identified you're open, and because you're open and you're telling me yes, versus, listen, I'm going to send you a text message. Watch it when you can. No, I haven't found the opening. I got to get them to say yes first. Everybody on this call needs new people. Every day, you never take your eyes off the recruiting ball. We know that. And these are the little things that make such a big difference. Okay, so now having said that, let me go to what I am promoting for this Sunday night. I want to make sure everybody knows, okay, that we do have a pre-launch webinar event. Wait, what happened? Did you see that? Hang on, what happened? Share. Did that not come up, Alicia? No? Let me go back. Why is it not working? Let's see if this works. Oh, maybe I got to take Eric off. Hang on, everybody. Let's get rid of Eric. Stop the share. Let's go to share. There it is. Okay. Right, Alicia? Okay. All right. So this Sunday night, guys, we are doing a pre-launch event for our new company that we are starting, and I'm going to share it with all of the people that want to see it. And this is for you to share with your people. And really, it's just to learn a little bit about what we are doing. And our new company is called Regenerate. It's our pre-launch webinar event. We're going to be offering early positioning, okay, free for everybody. This is not about taking money from anybody right now. And our philosophy is we will take money, okay, for our product, okay, when everything is in place. So we don't overpromise and underdeliver, okay? So this is just to take your spot if you're intrigued in what you see on Sunday night. But what I would do if you are going to be on is just invite as many people as you can with you. Okay, and let people see, right? There's a lot of people out there today looking for an opportunity. And I'm going to give you a little hint here because I've had some calls. Even people you think went somewhere else are still open. Even people you think who went somewhere else are still open. Okay, so don't discount those people. I have a person that's with 2 other companies that took positions. I'm taking a position in this company. I'm taking a position in that company. I said, are you building yet? You know what they said? Not yet. Why? Not sold yet. He was sold enough to take a position because it didn't cost him anything. Okay, but they're not building yet. Okay, so even if someone is building, still share it. You never know. You never know what they may see. So that's this Sunday night, guys, Success Zone right here, .us, and that's at 6 p.m. Pacific time. All right, so that's my that's my commercial for what I'm doing. All right, I think I deserve that one, right? Okay. All right. Now let's go now to let's go into, okay, where do I market? Where do I find people to have the conversation with? Where do I go to consult with others? Where do I look for people with desire? And when you understand that people are everywhere, right? And remember, I always talk about that you always got to be prepared to do business everywhere you go. Okay, well, obviously, you know, in your company, everybody talks about going to your warm market. We understand that. We understand why the warm market is so important in the beginning, because you already understand the needs and wants. You don't have to ask as many questions with your warm market because you already know the answers, right? Very important to do. But how about warm market referrals? Have you ever had someone say no to you, but then you said to them, listen, okay, I know this may not be for you, but I would love you as my friend, Alicia, okay, to watch the information because I still do know you know a lot of people. And I do want you, if you could, if it does come your way, open some doors for me. Would that be so hard? If I owned a sushi restaurant, right, and you were allergic to fish, could you not still lead me to some people that love sushi? I don't go to sushi. I'm not going because, you know what? But I heard it's really, really good. I just can't eat there, but my good friend just opened a sushi restaurant. It doesn't take much time, and you never know where it could lead you. I can tell you over the course of 26 years, we've had many people lead us to somebody even though they weren't doing it. So don't always take advantage. You never know. Oh yeah, and here's what they'll always say. Oh sure, I'll keep this in mind. So plant the seed. Okay, I know Lisa has made a fortune in this industry at networking events. In fact, she made that her niche market. Chamber of Commerce. Couple of key points to networking events. You can't just go once and vomit all over the person, all over everybody, and then they never see you again. It's being there. It's building a relationship. It's giving to the people what they need. It's maybe hooking some people up with what they do. Okay, so this is something that is everything that we do, and this is the problem, guys. Most people want instant success. Everything that we're showing you, okay, it's build your business with the urgency of fast, but understanding the process may be slow. We have the urgency to go fast. And when you go fast, you will find people that are ready. But the process for some people may be slow. Networking events were not fast, but it produced a lot of income over a 5-year period. So pick one. Pick the one that you like. Pick the people you want to be around. And then, right, give at those networking events. Have you ever gone to meetup.com? People go, what do I do today? Okay, you pick up, you go, okay, I have my schedule. And today I have 3 hours. I've made my calls, right? I've sent out my videos. I promote it for Sunday. What am I going to do today to get more people in my funnel? And then you go to meetup.com, you go, okay, this is how simple it is today. What do I want to do? Well, I feel like exercising. What, any hikes in my area? Just type in hikes. Or I want to do this. I want to do that. Whatever it may be, just put in the search bar what you want to do and watch how many things may come up. Just ideas. People go, I love to volunteer. Okay, you know what? You want to do a lot of business? Volunteer more. Aren't there other volunteers with you when you volunteer? How about church events? Get involved with your church. Right? This says business cards and books at bookstores. I'm just telling you all the things that people have done. Right? Not that you're going to put your business card at books at bookstores and all of a sudden you're going to get wealthy. But it's taking advantage of everything. Car window decals or magnets. You've seen those cars up and down the street. Now, obviously, maybe it would be for you, maybe it wouldn't. But you can't say it doesn't work. It may not be what you think is professional. That's okay. Just giving you guys ideas. Okay, how many people drive down the street and they're thinking about how I almost said the word, how bad their day was, right? How bad their day was, and all of a sudden there is, a car decal that talks about making more money. You never know. Charity events, trade shows. We've done many, 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 many trade shows. Many trade shows. Okay, now let me tell you about the trade shows. Okay, they cost money. It's a time commitment. And the best tip I could give for you at a trade show is be there really early and talk to the other vendors. Most of the business we did always were with the other vendors that we're setting up. Okay, and then if I'm at a trade show, you know what my purpose is? My purpose is to gather the information, as much information as I can, so I could follow up. You're not going to go to a trade show and recruit people, right, for your business in 2 minutes. But you can get their information. You can get their email address. And you got to have something that draws them, maybe a drawing for a free month of your product, whatever it may be, to get them to put their information. And while I'm working the booth, I'm looking for throughout the whole day, 1 or 2 good people that I've identified, because I kept a conversation going with them. Meanwhile, I'm collecting hundreds of leads where I could follow up on an email or sending them my video, whatever. It's just numbers. You want to run numbers? Do a trade show. Okay, you'll walk out of there with 200 or 300 good leads, right? People say, well, I can't go to that meeting. Okay, I'm always at my kid's sporting event. Okay, let me ask you a question. How many sporting events have you gone to? And how many times have you been in the mindset, because you're at a sporting event, to get into conversation with the other parents? Lisa made a fortune at the kids' school. You know what she'd always do? Volunteer. Jenna or Jesse would come home and say, hey, they need a volunteer for this day, that day. Lisa go, I'll bring the cookies. Why? Because then she's around the other moms. So being there, anywhere there's people, Craigslist. There's a whole thing about how to run a Craigslist ad. Once again, that costs money, right? Radio costs money. We've done that. I've told you guys that story 10,000 times. How about this? How about a new hobby? How about getting out of the house? What do you like to do? Go do more of it. I was told that by my first mentor, Jeff, go do more of what you love to do. So back then, okay, you know what it was? I loved to play basketball. And there was pickup games every day at my gym. And I would play basketball from 11 to 1 every day. And I got the rapport with the guys because I was there every day. And then a big part of those people that I played with came to the meetings. They were all sampled my product. I had fun with it. And then from there, a percentage of them got involved. But I played basketball. I made money. Everything you do, you should be making money at what you do. And it was done professionally. Once again, same mentality. When you join a gym or you start a new hobby or whatever it is you're going to do, you don't go in there and vomit all over everybody day one. You build the rapport. They get to know you as a person. Conversation starts, right? You know how many people I said, hey man, after we play, let's go upstairs to the juice bar. Okay, let's get a sandwich. Conversation. See them again the next day. More rapport. See, there's a way of doing it so they don't see you coming. You follow me? And my attitude was always, right, asking them the questions like Eric Worre said, and then eventually everybody knew what I did. And then Jeff, well, here comes Jeff. Hey, Jeff, I need more of that stuff. And I would sell him some stuff. Okay, that's how you do it. Business cards on cork boards. I know a lot of restaurants. I know Starbucks does this. You could put your business card there. Just ideas. Expanding your Facebook friends. Expanding your Facebook groups. Same thing, same mentality. You don't go into a brand new group and start posting Sunday's call. Okay, you build a rapport. They know who you are. Google search, professionals in your area, realtors, financial planners. What are you looking for? There's so many ways to target a group. And people say, well, what's my group? What's your background? My background was corporate America. My background was sports. My background was health clubs. So that's where I live. That's the language I spoke. So start LinkedIn. I know that we did before on Diamond Zone. A lot of you came from Diamond Zone, right? Melanie showing different ways of using LinkedIn. I mean, if you talk to some of the people that use LinkedIn consistently, they get business. It's crazy, great and professional. So look at, we went from putting business cards at bookstores and magnets on your car to professional like LinkedIn. There's so many different ways. That's why I never understand when people say, I have no one to talk to. Then you don't have a plan, because they're all around us. YouTube, Google, go shopping. Anywhere, anytime, anybody. When people are, their guards are down. Right? And it's just touching base. We went to dinner last night. And now, right, we don't just sit by ourselves. I don't need to sit up by myself with Lisa. We're together all the time. So we go out, right? Okay, we sit at the bar. We eat at the bar because there's one person left and there's one person to my right. And by the end of the day and end of the night, everybody at the bar, right, we're getting into conversations. Just ideas. And we know what this person does. We know what that person does. They know what we do, right? Exchanging phone numbers. Now the follow-up. Okay, just dropping some seeds. Anytime, anywhere, anybody. Talk to telemarketers that call you. Okay, business cards in airplane magazines, business cards in bathrooms, airports, Starbucks. Okay, I know. Some of you guys rolling your eyes. I get it. Don't be a creeper. Don't start living at the airport toilets. Hey, where are you going? I'm going to go to the airport. And I'm going to go to the airport bathrooms. I'm just throwing stuff out, okay? Now, here's one I've always believed in. I've told you guys lots of times, entertain. Have a party. Have some fun. I don't want to be involved with people that look like they're having a root canal. I want to be around people who are having fun. And at the party, I'm showcasing people. That's what I want to showcase. I want to showcase the lifestyle. I don't necessarily even have to do the presentation. Now, obviously, we then moved into more of a focus party. People knew what they were coming to. But when we first started in the industry, we just had a party. Because the owner of that company understood where we are. He said, Jeff, listen, just have a party, invite me. So we had a party. We had 50 people. And here comes the owner. And then all the people that were there, okay, we were just there, and I would be introducing the owner. Who's this? Well, this is the owner of the new company Lisa and I just started. Oh. And then all of a sudden, conversation. The music's playing, right? People are having a great time. And by the end of that party, right, there was so much interest created because they were meeting the other people. A lot of people then came to the meeting the next week. So that's where that statement came from. Meetings, parties, and trainings. People say, what do you do? Meetings, parties, and trainings. Oh, that sounds fun. Yes. You got to make it fun. If you don't, oh my gosh, it's going to be very difficult. And I'm telling you, a big problem nowadays, a lot of times, and it works both ways. It works in our favor and it works against us. It's the damn computer. You got to put a time limit on your computer. Put a time limit. Yes, you got to check your email every day. Yes, you want to go through all the LinkedIn people that responded. Yes, you want to go into Facebook groups, but put a time limit on it. And then get out of the house if you have more time to put against it. Have a day where you're just out there, right, being a person. because you could get sucked dry just by being in front of your computer. So those are just some ideas, right? Now, let's switch over to what, Jeff? To going back to what Eric was saying. Okay, now, right, when you're in front of people, now I know this is basics for a lot of you, but some of you, what's basic to do is basic not to do, right? Just understand it. If I'm out there, okay, like last night or wherever we are, first thing I'm always asking, where are you guys from? Conversation, might find a common ground there. I did. Person was from New York. His wife was from Chicago. We're from Chicago. What part of Chicago? That was 15, 20 minutes. Building rapport. Are you retired? This guy was older. He goes, well, yeah, kind of, but you know, you really can't retire, so I do a lot of things. I buy and sell cars. Right? He went on and on about all the things he does. What did you do? Okay, so whatever it may be, what type of work or what do you do, first of all, gives you a lot of information, does it not? If I just ask the first two questions, could I not pretty much sum up what that person makes a year? Where do you live? And what kind of work do you do? Well, if I live in a certain area, okay, he said, I live in Summerlin. What part of Summerlin? He told me. I know the cost of the houses in that area. He lives on the golf course. Okay, what type of work do you do? Or what did you do? He told me. So I could pretty much determine financially where that person's at. This is how I listen. I just don't listen to say where they're from. I want to find out a little bit more. I go into more depth. So when I ask them what they do, maybe the next question would be, okay, what does that entail? If I don't know. Or if he says, I'm in sales. What kind of sales? Are you commission only? Do you have a territory? Does that job take you and do you have to travel? Are you home every night in your own bed? I want to find these things out. Well, no, I'm on the road, Jeff, 3 or 4 days a week. So what am I doing? I'm gathering information so I know when these questions come around to me, I know how to spin my answer based on what they have already told me. And my answer is going to be giving them enough ammunition to intrigue them, hopefully, see my fingers crossed, hopefully to bite. That's it. But very professionally. They don't see me coming. It's natural. How long have you been doing that? Another great question. Don't just take what they say as they've done it their whole life. Well, I've only been doing it for 2 years. Well, hang on a second. This is my brain working. You look like you're 60. Well, you've only been doing this for 2 years. Then what did you do before that? Oh, then you find out, okay, during his work years, the last 30 years, he's been with 7 different jobs. Well, what does that tell you? Okay, well, I don't know. Maybe it tells me that he doesn't do his job well, but maybe it tells me he's an entrepreneur. He's always looking for more. Or maybe you ask that question. Person said last night, man, what are you, Columbo? Because no one, it's never that deep. They go, and the one person says, I feel like I've known you my whole life. Why? Not because of me or being anything special. I just became somebody that cared. Did you ever have somebody tell you that? Man, I feel like I've known you forever. Why? Because you've asked some questions that no one asked. No. Well, tell me more about that. Man, I've told you more than I've told my best friend. But find out. Well, you've been with 4 people. What are you looking for? Are you looking for another job? Are you open? Have you ever done anything entrepreneurial? How are you being affected by what's happening with the economy? Is the economy a positive for you? Has it been a negative? See, we say the economy is great. And if you look at the numbers, it is. Right? Lowest unemployment in years. Right? All the different, the stock market. But maybe the economy is only as good based on the person you're talking to. Maybe it's not good for him. Well, no, you know what? The economy, this happened. It's affecting my industry. Finding out about the person. How do you like what you're doing? See, we assume they like it because they're doing it. Bad assumption. Bad assumption. But what would everybody say? Oh, I love what I do. Never put something down. You know what you always do? Compliment it and watch how they'll tell you everything wrong with it. Oh my God, what a great business. Well, you know, not really. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the not really. I'm looking for them to tell me what's wrong with it. But if you say to them, oh my gosh, you must be getting killed as a realtor, they'll defend it. No, I love what I do. Now, where do you go with that? Have you ever thought about doing something else? It's different questions, guys. I'm telling you, try it. Watch how people open up. Or maybe they don't. Maybe they close up. Doesn't matter. You're trying. Are you familiar with the industry? Right? What do you guys do? Are you familiar with the industry, network marketing? Multi-level marketing. If they look puzzled, have you ever heard of an Amway or an Herb? Oh, yeah. Well, my wife and I have done that for 26 years. In fact, we're starting our own company. We're out here in Vegas. We're expanding, right? We're looking for some good people. You know, most people that start with us start spare time, part-time, because, you know, an extra $2,000, $3,000 a month makes a difference. Threw it out, right? What am I doing? I'm throwing it out. Oh, $2,000 or $3,000 a month, that would make a difference for me. That's what you look for. And if they say, well, that's good for you, then what? Okay, I let it simmer. I don't say, wait a minute, let me send you a video. I didn't have an opening. Let it simmer, change the subject, go back to him, see if he brings it back around. I threw out what I do. Well, what's your product? Talk about our product. Talk about your product. Right, see where it goes. You've got the ammunition, now I know how to spin it. You know, I used to be in corporate America, right? You know, the 12, 14-hour days. Why'd I throw that out? Because I know he works 12 to 14-hour days. Never seeing my family. We had to do something different. I couldn't quit my day job, so we started something on the side, and today we've been doing this now for 26 years. See, I'm just really just telling my story. I'm not like trying to stalk him and try to get him. No. But I will promise you 2 of those people from last night are going to get the invite for Sunday because they were open. Now, I don't know, right, because people are drinking. You don't know. Doesn't make a difference. Doesn't make a difference. We're out there. We're always aware of our surroundings. So are you familiar with it? Oh, yeah, my mom's sister's best friend's cousin got involved in one of those. Oh, really? How did she do? You know, she lost everything. All right. Okay. But my point is, what's been their experience? Maybe they've been involved. Maybe they're involved in one now. I mean, how many times you talk to people? I've always said in my brain, it's not whether or not they're involved, it's who are they involved with. Okay? What experience have you had in the industry? If they've had any experience, they can't deny the fact there's money here. That's why they were involved. Someone fan their desire. Well, you know what? I've tried that 3 times. Well, you know what? I've tried it a lot too. Sort of like dating. Okay, if I had a bad date, do I stop dating? No, I know there's money here. What do you think? Why do you think you weren't successful? I love that question for people. Because I've said this many times to people. They'll give me a company and I'll say, well, how did it go? Well, it didn't work for me. Well, you do know, okay, that company has multi-million-dollar earners. Oh, yeah. Well, why do you think it didn't work for you? And you know what most of the time comes out of their mouth? Well, I really didn't do it. I really didn't commit. That's what I look for. Okay, of course I want to find out about their family. I moved number 12 up in the beginning. Where do you live? What do you do? Are you married? Okay, kids, how old? Here come the pictures, right? It's all the same thing. Here's the dog. Right? Oh, what a great dog. How old's your dog? My dog's 18, right? It's the dance. It's the dance. You better like to dance. Otherwise, wrong business, guys, because that's what we do. We dance. Would you be open to looking at another company if it didn't have those obstacles? Right? Would you be open to looking at another source of income? Man, it's just a question. Now, if I do all this, and guess what? Do I not have some type of rapport? So then I could ask, if I showed you a way to add more income to your household, okay, would you at least be open to looking at it? What's so hard? Well, no, not really. Timing's wrong. Okay, no problem. Well, yeah, you know what? Send it to me. Even when you send it to them doesn't mean they're going to do it. But you know what? Memorable conversation. What a nice person. What a nice couple. Okay, that's it. So just a couple of things, right? All the different ways you could go out there and network, right? All those different ways. And then the questions you need to ask. And people say, what do you do? This is what we do. I just got to figure out different ways to get in front of people. And if I make that commitment, because no matter what I would have to do, if I wasn't in multi-level marketing, what would I have to do? I would have to provide my hours to bring people to whatever else I did, right? What I do for Bally's, I brought them people that want to buy memberships. I motivated a team of people to talk to as many people as they could. They could bring people into the gym to join. Every business needs you to bring stuff to them so people could use their product or service. That's the economy of the world. Every question you ask is bringing dollars into your economy. That's all. Same thing. So that's when I finally said, okay, now I just got to have my schedule. And you got to be balanced in your schedule. Right? Some of you need to do that. You need to balance your time in front of the computer versus some of the things that we just showed you, like going to the airport bathrooms at least twice a week. Anyway, so that's the training today, guys. And remember, Sunday night, because we won't have another Success Zone until Monday. So Sunday night, pack the house. And I think a lot of you will be very excited about what you'll see. But at least you'll know. Because watch this. If it's not for you, maybe you know somebody it would be for. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it. Have a great weekend. See you Sunday.